Have you ever stayed too long in a place that was hurting you? A relationship that drained your peace. A friendship that only existed when someone needed something from you. A job that stole your joy. A dream that was already dead. But you kept carrying it because you didn't want to give up. Many people spend years asking one painful question. Should I keep fighting? Or should I walk away? The truth is that knowing when to stay is important. But knowing when to walk away is wisdom. Some of life's greatest blessings come from persistence. Yet some of life's greatest tragedies come from refusing to let go. In today's video, we will explore 7 powerful lessons about knowing when to stay and when to walk away. These are lessons many people learn only after years of pain, regret, and disappointment. Stay with me until the end, because lesson number 7 may completely change how you make decisions for the rest of your life. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss life-changing relationship and personal growth content. Chapter 1. Not everything that is difficult is wrong. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming that every challenge is a sign they should quit. Life was never designed to be easy. Every worthwhile relationship will face difficulties. Every meaningful goal will require sacrifice. Every successful person has moments when they wanted to give up. The problem is that many people confuse discomfort with destruction. Growth often feels uncomfortable. Healing feels uncomfortable. Learning feels uncomfortable. But there is a difference between something that challenges you and something that destroys you. A healthy relationship may challenge your patience. An unhealthy relationship destroys your self-worth. A meaningful career may demand hard work. A toxic workplace destroys your mental peace. Wisdom is learning the difference. Relatable story. A young woman named Sarah dreamed of becoming a nurse. The training was difficult. She cried many nights. She failed an important exam. Several times she wanted to quit. But deep inside, she knew the struggle was helping her grow. Years later she became one of the most respected nurses in her community. Imagine if she had walked away simply because it was hard. Sometimes difficulty is not a sign to leave. Sometimes it is a sign that you are becoming stronger. The key question is this pain helping me grow? Or is it slowly destroying me? Chapter 2. Stop watering dead plants. One of the saddest things people do is invest years into something that ended long ago. Sometimes we stay because of history. Sometimes we stay because of memories. Sometimes we stay because we hope things will change. But hope without action is dangerous. You cannot heal a relationship if only one person is trying. You cannot save a friendship if respect no longer exists. You cannot build a future with someone who keeps destroying it. At some point, wisdom requires honesty. Some things are not struggling. Some things are finished. Relatable story. A man named David had a friend he had known for over 15 years. David always helped him. Whenever the friend had problems, David showed up. But whenever David needed support, the friend disappeared. For years David made excuses. He is busy. He doesn't mean it. Things will get better. But they never did. One day David realized he was holding on to a friendship that only existed in his memories. The friendship had ended long ago. Only his attachment remained. Walking away hurt. But staying hurt even more. Sometimes the hardest truth is this. You cannot revive something that has already died. If this message is speaking to your heart, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content that inspires lives around the world. Chapter 3. Never stay where you are constantly disrespected. Respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship. Without respect, love becomes manipulation. Without respect, friendship becomes exploitation. Without respect, loyalty becomes slavery. Many people tolerate disrespect because they fear being alone. But loneliness is not the greatest danger. Losing yourself is. When people repeatedly ignore your boundaries, dismiss your feelings, and make you feel worthless. It is time to evaluate your place in their lives. Love should never require self-destruction. Relatable story. Grace loved her partner deeply. She constantly forgave insults. She ignored hurtful words. She convinced herself things would improve. Years passed. One day she looked in the mirror and barely recognized herself. The confident woman she once was had disappeared. She had sacrificed her identity to keep a relationship alive. The day she walked away was painful. But it was also the day she began finding herself again. Never stay in places that require you to lose yourself to keep others comfortable. Chapter 4. Stay where there is genuine effort. Not every imperfect situation should be abandoned. Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes relationships go through seasons. Sometimes progress is slow. The question is not, are things perfect? The question is there genuine effort? Effort changes everything. People who care try. People who value you improve. People who love you listen. Nobody gets everything right. But healthy people take responsibility. Relatable story. A married couple faced serious communication problems. Arguments became frequent. Misunderstandings increased. They considered separation. But instead of quitting, both decided to seek help. Both changed. Both listened. Both worked. It wasn't easy. But because effort existed on both sides, healing became possible. Stay where growth is happening. Stay where accountability exists. Stay where people are trying. Chapter 5. Do not let fear make decisions for you. Fear has trapped countless people. Fear of being alone. Fear of starting over. Fear of failure. Fear of what people might say. Fear often disguises itself as wisdom. But fear is a terrible decision maker. Many people remain in painful situations not because they are happy but because they are afraid. Yet growth often begins where comfort ends. Relatable story. A woman spent 10 years in a job she hated. Every morning she felt exhausted. Every evening she felt empty. She wanted to leave but feared uncertainty. One day she finally pursued her passion. The beginning was difficult. But eventually she built a career she loved. Years later she said, "The biggest risk wasn't leaving. The biggest risk was staying." Fear promises safety. But sometimes fear quietly steals your future. Chapter 6. Sometimes walking away is an act of self-respect. Many people believe walking away means weakness. In reality, it often requires enough strength. Walking away means accepting reality. Walking away means choosing peace over chaos. Walking away means refusing to settle for less than what is healthy. Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every argument deserves your attention. Not every relationship deserves unlimited access to your life. Relatable story. Michael spent years trying to earn approval from people who constantly criticized him. No matter what he did, it was never enough. Eventually he realized something powerful. He was fighting a battle he could never win. The problem wasn't his effort. The problem was that some people had already decided not to appreciate him. When Michael stopped seeking validation from them, his confidence came back. Sometimes self-respect begins the moment you stop chasing people who do not value you. Chapter 7. The time for question. Who are you becoming? This is a very important lesson of all. Whenever you are unsure whether to stay or walk away, ask yourself one question. Who am I becoming because of this? Are you becoming stronger? Kinder? Wiser? Healthier? Closer to your purpose? Or are you becoming anxious? Exhausted? Bitter? Broken? The answer often reveals the next path to follow. Your environment shapes you. Your relationships shape you. Your habits shape you. Your choices shape you. The real issue is not what you might lose by leaving. The real issue is what you are losing by staying. Relatable story. An elderly man was asked the secret to his peaceful life. He smiled and said, "Whenever something entered my life, I asked one question. Does this help me become the person I want to be? If the answer was yes, he stayed. If the answer was no, he let it go." That simple principle guided his entire life. And it can guide yours too. In conclusion, life will present moments when you must choose between holding on and letting go. Sometimes courage means staying. Sometimes courage means walking away. Wisdom is knowing the difference. Never stay where your spirit is dying. Never leave simply because the journey is difficult. Stay where there is growth. Stay where there is respect. Stay where there is genuine effort. Walk away from what repeatedly destroys your peace, your dignity, and your future. Because the life you deserve often begins the moment you stop clinging to what no longer serves you. Thank you for watching. Tell us in the comments. What is one thing you had to walk away from that ultimately improved your life? If this video encouraged you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss our next inspiring message. Remember, sometimes holding on requires strength. But sometimes letting go requires even greater strength.